In Soviet Russia, Big Brother watch you. Same thing. Why'd you even share that? So stupid. Frico. By the way, I speak about Frico in the third person often because Frico is just a part of the overall entourage that you see before you. Frico is the part that stays in this zone. Every once in a while, I may let other individuals into this fray. Now, these are not like real entities within the constructs of my mind, but they are wholly, willingly and knowingly fabricated. I do not require medicine or other kind of help or aid because I am completely aware of the fact that Frico is largely a figment of my imagination. I say largely because my imagination is also largely a figment of my imagination. Well, anyway, there's layers because it's like the infinite regress thing. When you think about it, it does that to your brain. New report catalogues unprecedented government monitoring of citizens online from Mother Jones. And here's an excerpt. Mike Abramowitz, the president of Freedom House, told reporters that this year's report found two key themes: government and populist movements using social media platforms to manipulate elections on a grand scale, alongside government use of technology to monitor their own citizens on an unprecedented scale. While internet-based disinformation efforts are nothing new, Abramowitz said they have reached a new zenith in sophistication, occurring not only in dictatorships, but increasingly in democracies as well. Perhaps most alarming is how populist leaders and far-right groups have grown adept not only at creating viral disinformation, but also at building and coordinating networks that disseminate it, he said. In many cases, unscrupulous candidates and their supporters are manufacturing their own echo chambers from scratch. So awesome. By the way, all of us should have like armies of people that do this for us. It should be like, you know, in Roman times you were not a made person. Well, they would have said made man, but I'll say person. You were not a made person unless you could command a legion. And in these times, you're not a person unless you can command a spam legion. You can't do that. You're a nobody. You're just a bit player. In many cases, unscrupulous candidates and their supporters are manufacturing their own echo chambers from scratch. Repressive governments in China, Russia, Iran, and Saudi Arabia are also stepping up efforts to influence elections outside their own borders. So they said China, Russia, Iran, Saudi Arabia. Well, America does it. All nation states do it, and they should, within the framework of the nation state of the coercive enterprise governance model. Do you have to? Because if you don't, then you die. You have to hit them hard, or you die. We live in this world in which we are fortunate, we Americans, to be one of the few places in the world that is fundamentally untouched by existential threat, or even a sense of what that means. A sense of what it means to have lived at a time in a land, whether it's recent memory or recent legacy memory, where your land was existentially threatened with literal physical extermination. It's a whole different kind of perspective. We have such a huge advantage over most of the world in our ability to experience this peace, but it comes at a cost. Now, I want the peace to continue, but I want the way we get the peace to change. I want the peace to come more from what we build from within than what we have to bomb people from without to take. So that would be better. It would be better. I love America, and I want America to be strong and healthy and a place for me and mine, my family, your family, to prosper, to experience the lives of our own choosing. Even if we want to go and build a feminist commune, except this one won't be threatened by the Turks. I want that. As long as we have been doing things the way we've been doing them, it's going to be very difficult for us to have the conversations that don't begin with, let me tell you why you're wrong. We don't need to have debates to try to figure out who has the moral high ground or who has the science. No, what we need to do is talk about what we really want, and let's just negotiate and do that. Anybody that has an ideology should be thrown down a flight of stairs until, in Minecraft, until dead. And there I've said it. And with that, we get ready for the final segment here of this particular part of the show. This is the final segment of this particular part of the show. So it's a. Is this a part, or is what are we? I don't have labels. I don't know what to call things. I have to really think about it. But I do have the next story lined up, and I think you're gonna love it. This is gonna be a doozy. You're gonna love the picture. I just know you're gonna love the picture. And there it is. And there she is. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall! Wait, hold on. Are we building walls again or tearing them? Which one are we tearing or building? I have to know. What did the pollster say? Says we're tearing. We're tearing down the wall, man. We're tearing down the wall. Hey, I got a call. Hold on, got a call. Oma, yeah. Into the prison? I didn't say prison. I know nothing. Nope. Why'd you call me? Don't do that again! Also, that ABC woman. Listen. I just want to know a few things about her. She seems like a lovely woman. Maybe we should have her over for one of our dinners. Can you do that, Homa? Can you arrange a dinner for me? With the ABC reporter? I just want to sit down with her and talk to her about journalism. Love journalism. Love it. Really want to be there for the woman. I want her over for dinner so I can eat her. Dudes, I almost lost it. I totally kept it with it. But man, I'm really digging this. I gotta try to get more of this. I like doing this. It's a little theater. Little photo theater. And now for photo theater featuring Hillary Clinton. ABC reporter becomes Hillary's new best friend after Epstein. Oopsie. That's my title. Now listen to this. This is from Spin. Spin. Come on, Spin. Why you gotta put in the venom that you put in there, you little... Spin clearly wants a divorce, by the way. Spin thinks that they are the moral supremacists and that they don't need to live in a world in which Project Veritas lives. ABC News reporter caught on hot mic complaining that network blocked Jeffrey Epstein's story. Excerpt. ABC News is the latest network accused of killing reporting on... Listen to this. Is the latest network accused of killing reporting. ABC News is being accused of doing wrong things, and we will not have it. We will not allow for ABC News to be brought down. This is, you saw, there are studies now. We have scientific studies that show that this is racism. Now we know. To shut down social media. It's spreading hate. As long as hate exists, then freedom doesn't. So we must stamp out hate by stamping out all thought and all dissent. Freedom through a perfect alignment with the truth. That's what they're saying here, by the way. On sex crimes allegedly perpetuated by powerful men, according to video released by the far-right, there it is. Far-right-wing organization. Look at that. according to video released by far-right video. No. You see, what they're doing here is they are removing the facts from their direct impact. Instead of saying Amy Rohrbach was caught on just start, see right here, this is how you start off. This whole thing right here is a protection zone. This is a little shield that they put before the difficult story that they have to relate to you, because Spin Magazine can't not cover this story. Let's see. Spin Mag. Oh, sorry. I almost did that. Come on, Ducky. Don't let me down. Spin Magazine owner. All right. Spin, founded by publisher Bob Guccione. Okay. Spin is an American magazine. Magazine stopped running in print and currently runs as a webzine owned by the Billboard of Valence Media. So let's check out Valence Media. Valence Media. Let's see. Valence Media launches to create new diversified media in 2018. It's a diversified media company. Let's check out Valence Media, diversified media company. Deal merger merges industry leaders in premium television, film, and digital media. Billboard, Hollywood Reporter Media Group, Dick Clark Productions, and MRC. So this is a mega conglomerate with Billboard and there's a lot of reasons for all of these groups to protect one another. So just so you understand, Spin Magazine is dripping in the corpo authoritarians, well, I'll say the corpos have decided to use social authoritarianism especially because SJW in and of itself is popular. So it kind of co-opts all the language of SJW, but it applies it in very authoritarian ways. And sadly, many of the SJWs are actually going for it. There's a lot of reasons for that, but I don't want to make this show a 10-hour show. And there will be other episodes, God willing, and then we will. I'll have more things to share on that topic. ABC News. Okay, so she was caught on a hot mic complaining that network brass kept her story on pedophile financier Jeffrey Epstein from airing. The video, which was allegedly recorded, No, it was recorded. There's no alleged. This is, again, a little softener. Just trying to soften the blow. That's all. They have to report it. So, a little dialectical kind of stuff going on here. As you say, yo, man, you can't say we're covering up. Look, we reported it. What are you talking about? We reported it. Yeah, look, Spin Magazine reported it. We didn't hide it. No, you just put all kinds of buffers around it. Here's a big old buffer. Look at that big old fatty buffer. And then here's another huge. Look at this. Look at this whole buffer here before it gets to the meat of the thing. You see that? 2 huge buffers to shield you from 2 huge, horrible things that they had to relate to their audience. I've had this story for years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the... really. Well, anyway. So there you go. That is